Welcome back to the Blob. I'm your host DeoGenZ, and we're going to the Docklands today, fearless. So, it looks like we're starting off this episode with a new enemy type. Ah, terrific. These are the semi-strongman type inky enemies. They're like the normal inkies. They're little, so they don't take that much paint to crush. But as I'm sure Biff is going to set us up with a challenge here for, we're going to be facing them, and they have specific color suits on. So they will resist every other color except for the one that is their color cloth. It's not too difficult to take on when they're in this form. There's red paint bots everywhere. They're all grouped up in one area. Not too bad. The problem starts to come when they mix groups of different rainbow colored strong inkies, and one of them resists them, the other one gets smashed, but they're all colliding in one mass together, and you can't specifically target them. That's where Z-targeting kind of slips up, is when you have all these guys grouped together. I think something that might have been able to maybe remediate that slightly would be if you used the D-pad on the Wii Remote to switch who you're targeting. However, since this is the first time we're encountering them, we only see the red ones. But there's every color in the rainbow. There's green, so that's, of course, a harder color to get rid of, because it's going to be a mixture. Purple, all kinds of colors. Orange, you'll need to mix. And if they get all on top of you at once, flee! You must separate them! Gotta keep them separated. Hey, yeah. Well, you really do. You absolutely do. Goo 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 goo. Because that was pretty much what my tripping up mouth was saying. Kind of like Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg. Hey, hey, hey. Another game I could play on Wii, but I don't have it, so don't even. I'm not red. Don't attack me. Don't even think about requesting that LP, because I don't even know if it's still available. If it's not at GameStop, I don't know. Might be at like a retro store. I've heard some people considering GameCube as a classic console already. Mainly Nintendo. So, something to be aware of, as you saw that red inky was going after us. And yeah, don't run into the wrong paint. That's also important. A good tip when you are trying to paint buildings or boards in a certain way, or cargo carrying packages, whatever they are. But you have to beware of those different colored inkies, because if we're in a challenge where we have to paint something orange but we're being pursued by the red superpowered inky jumpsuit guy, yeah, it's not going to work out well, because he'll be right behind you ready to pop your bubble, and it will be irrelevant if you get close to painting all of the buildings. Because if you're popped, you turn into ink. You turn into an ink ball instead of a paintball, so you can kiss your dreams of actually completing that challenge in one run goodbye. And we cannot actually take this challenge. Yeah, sorry, we meant to get yellow and find a blue. Thankfully, blue's nearby, but do keep in mind, guys, if you ever do get lost, I suppose. Oh no, wait, that's the A button. I was going to say, I suppose that's what they use the D-pad for, but no, it's if you just hit the A button or hold down the A button, don't run into the red paint, your compass will come up and it will direct you towards the nearest paint of which you need to procure for a challenge. Those electric plates, just like the fire plates that we've seen already, And the spike plates, yeah, they're not there to greet you with a friendly welcome. It's not a nice doormat for you to wipe your feet off on when you come in from the snow and you don't want to trip out through somebody's house because your boots are all covered in the slush and salt and sand, and you need a nice doormat. Don't wipe it on the electric mat. You know, funny story about don't wipe your feet on the electric mat. Not in my room anymore because I'm in college, but back at my house, I have cats. And the thing about cats is sometimes they like to go on the furniture and piss on it when you're not looking because they like to claim shit, and they're assholes. They really... Cats are like a love-hate relationship, but you know, they're so fluffy and purrful, you just can't be mad at them, even if they ruin, everything. But a good way to combat that is getting these kinds of electric mats. They make them in this, there we go. That should be enough paint to fill the ship. Alright, cargo is all color positive. We're good to go. I want all my captains starboard. Port side for running the engines. We're ready to take off. Into new waters. Not really. The waters are still inky, and we've got more coloring to do. I guess this game is like an interactive color book when you really get down to it. Except it does a lot of the coloring for you. So unlike the pesky color books of the past where you had to actually fill in everything inside the lines yourself. Oh, what a pain. Oh good, the electric pads are gone. It will do most of the painting for you. You just have to touch what you wanted to be colored. It's painting at its finest. Blob. A coloring book for kids on the Wii. No, it's more than that. It's a fun platformer. As much as Blob's waggle, jump, attack mechanics are a little bit rudimentary or unnecessary. I don't know why you couldn't have used the A button for a jump, or maybe the B button, just something, and then use waggle smash to hit enemies. That would have been a satisfying move to do, but that's the Blob 2, which I just might do. So yeah, if you ever want to keep cats off of your furniture, keep them from clawing it or pissing on it, you just gotta put electric mats around it. The problem is, though, if you forget about them, because it's not visibly electrified, it's like the Jurassic Park thing. You have to throw a twig at them to check if it's on, see if the twig gets zapped first, but even that, I don't think you'll be able to tell. But you certainly will if you forget to turn it off, and you go to sit on the couch, and you step on the mat in the way. Yeah, you start freaking out, and it's like, the floor's tasing me, bro! What's going on? Purple, that's what's going on. Alright, we'll accept it. We have to. Or at least partially have to. It's not like I've been completing every single challenge that we've come across in the Blob. But if we paint a significant amount of things by completing challenges, we will be able to get to the end, so that's how I play games. I don't know how you play games, but I'm just here for fun. If a game starts becoming like homework, and I have to go through a checklist of accomplishments and achievements and things that must be completed before I get to the final boss, I just don't consider it fun. 100% runs are good and all, but even for a game like Metroid Prime, where, yeah, you want to do a 100% run to get the full story, where are those other cargo? Oh, buildings! And, got it like within 1 second. I was so confused. I'm like, what am I painting now? I don't see flashes. The game's life is flashing before my eyes because it won't tell me where to paint. But back to my point of 100% completions are kind of pointless to me. For Metroid Prime at this point, there's a thing called YouTube. So I can see the bonus ending that was maybe 5-10 seconds long for however many hours I invested in scanning everything, even if it didn't have to evolve the story at any point. It was just a creature you had to scan, a plant, all this minutia. I didn't appreciate it, but I could see that bonus ending Because somebody did go to that length and extent for whatever reason. Maybe they are sadists to themselves. Or what is it that the people who masochists, right? Sadists. Yeah, they're sadists because they like masochism. But yeah, masochists who like to go through that, put it up on YouTube. For me, people who don't like to do that, people who just like to miss the challenge in one shot. That's so cheap. Damn it, Blob. Your jump has failed me again. Alright, we don't want to paint them purple. Let's decolorize and find yellow. No, not the red. Wrong Z targeting. De Blob. So even for the bits of story that I miss by not scanning every single log because I just want to play the game, there's also something else called Wikipedia. That's right, they make Wiki Metroid specific blogs. I mean, Wikitroid, I think is what it is. But they do that for every game. And I can't believe I missed that. Ooh, what a shame. Oh, yes, I didn't have to go all the way back around. No! The Blob, get up! He really is horrible against circular objects. No, and mountains! Twice. Alright, this is just getting bad for me. This is partially my fault, partially the jump mechanics. I'll just keep blaming that till the cows come home. But yeah, you know, Metroid, you can get every single log in order. That's another thing. I read them out of order, so I don't get the story, and, well, maybe that's the way it's intended. You're piecing it together as you go along. But sometimes I just like to play a game. That's my point. And this is a game that you can just play. Just play and paint away. Do what you're gonna do. Paint all day. If you want it. I mean, they have the challenge paint modes, of which you can be timed to paint certain areas. My viewers, our community of gamers on this channel pointed out to me that it's not, some of the challenges you can go back into are not letting you go throughout the full world. It's like a different segment of the world, but with more specific paint challenges, like, say, for the first new challenge on the first world that I'm not going back to do because I'm just playing the main story of this. That would have you paint just the docks area, but it would have you paint it in an intricate way with different paint than you had before, and under a time limit as well. So we will continue on through the Docklands. But now that I think of it, there is a free paint mode that you can enter into, and I believe that is time free, time constriction free. Of course, it's going to take you some time to paint that, but you don't have to worry about the constant ticker in the upper left-hand corner. You can just go around and paint what you want to paint. That is a paint all day mode. And I think it's enjoyable. It's more than just bumping into things with color. You know, I had a recent interview with a indie developer, Christopher Volpe, who's making a game on Kickstarter, Dangerous. And we were discussing the fact that music plus visuals really pulls a whole gaming experience together. It's vital. You need it in everything. While I say you don't need to do a 100% run of every game, for example, Metroid Prime, so incredibly ambient from its soundtrack. I have every OST of Metroid Prime on my hard drives, and how am I going to get up there? How? Okay, that's... I think I'm going to have to platform across these, so I'll have to mess up this orange paint. I guess there is a procedure to this. That's the tricky thing about cargo bays. They're always stacked to some heights that you can't reach just from the ground level. Alright, I'm going to be There is completely another level. Oh, but I think we got it all. Good. Great! Now we can color the top of the purple, go back down to the other side, and we should be good. Don't want to run into... There we go. I didn't want to mess up the red. Alright, so now this is all painted. And rush back! But the Blobs performed wonderfully by all the different musicians' instruments that were implemented here. Don't run into the red. Yes, blue. Might do this in not one shot. Wait, green. Oh, I just turned the blue green. Oh, but there's a blue up there. But then I'm going to turn the green blue. No! Ah. Man, I'm failing at all these challenges today. I didn't realize that you had to step up these things in a specific order. It makes sense, though. Why would I be able to simply get them from the ground up? You have to platform your way there. This is a platformer. But I love how every single color has its own sound. Even brown, it's like a remix. It's like scratching noise. And where's the red? Oh, of course, the red's up there. Right where? Oh, nope. Red's down here too. And I just turned the yellow orange. That's the difficult thing about this challenge, is that they're so close together. If you blob with too much paint around, which you want a lot of paint because you've got to do a lot of painting. No! If you do that a million times, then you'll never complete this challenge in one run like I can't. Because I'm a little slow. And I'm not good at maneuvering paint. Oh, great. I don't want to go that way. I just want blue. Ah, blue! Oh, no, brown. We're gonna go Brown Town first. Waiting around, not being brown, need to have the blue. I got the blues, cause I can't color the blue. Alright, now we're good. We can do it in 2! Okay, got it in 2 times. Challenge complete. Yeah! But that's definitely a more casual way to enjoy the Blob, is if you take on the free paint mode, where you don't have time and you can go around the entire city not worrying about taking on challenges. That's where you really get to enjoy all the musical wonder and color that the Blob has to offer. It's a full experience. It equally would not be the same game if one of these components was missing. If you didn't have the cool, wacky colors and stylings. I mean, the fact that the editors, the developers added different styles that you could paint, so things weren't just opaque colors that were boring as you went around the world, but there was style that was added, so you felt like, yeah, I'm adding style and funk to this land as I color it with my hands and blah blah blah. I just have to touch it because I'm the Blob. You know, that adds, ooh, a transform engine. Thank you very much for leading me to that, little blue dude.